Hello, post road scientists. This is Scientist Cook, and today I'm going to talk to you about what we're looking at this week. So, as you know, we've been studying energy, and we're going to continue to study energy. And this week, we're going to be focusing on the different forms or types of energy because there are 5 different types that we're going to be looking at in the week. Let me move this over here. So when you go to your Schoology folder and you go to science for this week, the first thing that you're going to see is this really cool chart. And this is forms of energy. And the acronym, which is like letters that stand for different things, is MELTS. And that's how we're going to remember the different forms of energy. So energy can take on like 5, actually 6 different forms. We're really going to be focusing in on 5 different forms. Mechanical energy. So that's here. This is energy from moving parts or matter, for example, a bicycle. Electrical energy, this is the movement of charged particles and lightning, or when you see electric lights, that's electric energy. Light travels in waves, and plants even use it to make food. Think back to photosynthesis. That's a form of light energy. And it's used in plants and light bulbs, and the sun, of course, is light energy for the whole Earth. There's also thermal energy. Thermal energy is energy from heat. The word therm, or the I believe it's a Latin root, is therm, and it means heat. So this kind of energy, thermal energy, is used in like a kettle or an oven. A kettle is like a pot, basically, when you're boiling water. Microwaves, matches, and even there's thermal energy in the earth, like the earth's core is hot, and that's thermal energy, like when lava comes out. Sound, there's also sound energy, and that is a form of energy produced by vibrating air, and it travels in waves, and this is what we hear. So there's music that you hear, sound energy. When we talk, like me talking right now is producing sound energy. And if you know about like dolphins and how they use sonar, I believe it's sonar, or maybe I'm thinking of just boats use sonar energy. I know that one of you knows, and you will let me know about sonar energy. So forms of energy is different than types of energy. So we know last week we were talking about potential energy, which is energy that's in storage and just waiting to be used. That's like your body sleeping. And then kinetic energy is a body in motion or an object in motion, and that's like your body awake. But over the next couple of weeks, as we learn about energy and forms of energy and how energy transfers, we're going to be talking a lot more about how the potential energy in an object transfers and turns into kinetic energy. Actually, you don't transfer potential to kinetic, but you go from potential to kinetic, but you can transfer among these other forms of energy, mechanical to electric and light and so on, thermal and sound. So here we've got a little chart that you can kind of look at. Now here you see it says energy transformations, and this says energy conversion. Well, this is basically the same thing. Conversion and transformation means change. Those are just big, awesome 25-cent words that mean energy change. So when we look at this chart, we can see some examples of how energy changes. So for example, look up here. If you put a battery into a flashlight, right, you're transforming electrical energy into light energy, because electrical energy is stored inside that battery. Then when you turn on the flashlight, and because of the connections that it's making electrically, the light turns on. Let's look here, chemical energy to mechanical. So if I, as a person or a human being or any living creature, eats food, I am taking in chemical energy because my body transfers that energy into nutrients, right? Then when I move my body, like I am doing right now, I am literally transferring or converting that chemical energy from the food that I ate into movement, which is kinetic energy. And that is also kinetic means like it's moving. But if I ride my bicycle, I'm using mechanical energy because I'm using the bicycle. So there are all these different energy transformations, and we will be learning about all of that in the next 2 weeks. And this week in particular, we're going to be focusing specifically in on, Mrs. McGuire, remind me, I believe mechanical and electrical energy. We really look forward to learning more about this with you. Can't wait to see your discussions and your ideas. And scientists, that's what we've got for you this week. Off you go.